Hey guys, it's your boy Benji at NGO, and I'm back with another video. And today I'm gonna be doing another versus battle between the Nike Air Force One All Stars 2021 versus the Air Foamposite Electric Green Neo Limes, or aka the Green Goblins. So today I'm gonna be doing a versus battle. Before we get into this battle, man, make sure you like and subscribe if you're new. Shout out to all of the, the subscribers, the supporters, that's been watching my videos, and huge shout out to the people, that's been following me since day one, since I first started YouTube. So today is versus battle between these two. So in the comments below, man, tell me which ones you guys going with. So I nicknamed these the Green Lanterns because they remind me of like a Green Lantern type, suit, and these are called the Green Goblins, HOH exclusive. So I want to give you guys a comparison. Two green sneakers going up against each other, man. So first thing, I just want to start out by saying the Air Force One is iconic. I have a few friends that says, the Air Force One is the best shoe of all time. And, for my foam fellas and, the people that's hip to the foams, they say the foams are the best shoe ever. Just let me know in the comments below, man, which one or what side you going with, man. You going with Team Foams or you going with Team Air Force One? So let me know in the comments down below. For me, I love both. I always love Air Forces. I always love Foams. They both have a huge history in the Nike brand. I really love this shoe. I'm sorry if I didn't do a review on these because it might not be a lot of reviews on these, but I did pick these up on the release date. When the All-Star foams came out, I didn't pick up the All-Star foams because I think I wanted these more, because I feel like these were like, different, and the Nike check is like on point too. So I really like, large Nike checks on my shoes sometime. But yeah, man, back to the battle though. You have the penny logo, like your penny, like your original, like your ordinary Foamposite one. In this one you have more detail. And this is different from a regular Air Force One. This is the Nike Air Force One Reacts, but these are like Air Forces. They're just, a collab with the React. So let me know, man. Green Goblin versus Green Lantern in the battle, man. DC versus Marvel. If you guys hip to the Marvel game in the DC universe. But yeah, man. You Team Air Forces or Team Foams? I have a story with both. I definitely have a story with the Air Forces as well, like the foams. Y'all already know my story behind the foams. The Air Foamposite Pro Spider-Man's was my very first Foamposite. And that shoe, ever since then, that shoe has got me hip to more Foamposites. And, it's just a blessing, because most of the foams, they will, charge you. And they will be, $250 for each. So I can understand why people will have arguments with this shoe because of the price point. But in my opinion, I feel like if they went down, I feel like if the foams went under retail, then the whole world would have rocked these, and these would be too popular. You know what I'm saying? Just as much as the Jordan 11. But most people would spend $400 on the J than they do on some pennies. It might sound confusing, but to the foam fellas, but it is what it is in the sneaker game. Some people like the J over the Foamposite or over pennies, period, and some people prefer pennies over Jordans. But it's about the Air Force One competing with the foam. Now, my story behind these, I'm gonna put the Foamposite Green Goblins down for a minute. So my story about this particular Air Force One or this model was that I've seen a lot of my classmates with these, and I never owned a pair of Air Forces since like when I was in kindergarten. I would say it was the school called William Dorr that I used to go to, and we would wear purple uniforms, and we would wear like black pants, and they said we can wear any types of shoes in that school. But at the time, I really was interested in the Nike Air Wavy posits that came out in that eggplant colorway. And I was like, oh, Ma, I had to have those. I'm like, Ma, I gotta have them. But she did, in fact, buy me them to match with my school uniform. But at the time that black Air Forces came out, it was these black Air Forces, the white Air Forces. When I was, I guess, coming up from pre-K, most of the Air Forces that came out when I was starting to grow up was like nice colorways. You know what I'm saying? And ever since my first pair of Air Forces, which was the all blacks, and I know some people, that's a trend now. They be roasting some rapper with the black Air Forces, but the black Air Forces was my first ever Air Force One colorway. Everybody had the whites. Everybody had the mid top or the low top. But overall, though, that shoe made me realize that I can probably maybe try to get another pair. So that's how this pair came to be, because this shoe is nostalgia, for the Nike industry. This is the most, probably one of the few iconic shoes, like rappers like I don't know, like Ludacris and your famous rappers. The Air Force One was the shoe for any type of sport, rap industry. The overall name of the shoe is what makes the shoe popular. Now for the Foamposite, most of you guys probably know the history. Y'all know my story. But for the history of the foams, if you guys need to know, once again, the Foamposite was originally made for Scottie Pippen, but he turned it down. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't like it. He didn't like the prototype. So he just didn't like it. He didn't mess with it. And the creator of the shoe just he made it for him, maybe for his how the way he play or his game of play in the NBA, with Jordan. So I'm guessing he made this shoe for Pimpin, to kind of give it that that Chicago Bulls feel. But Scotty turned it down, and the creator of the Foamposite needed someone else to I guess to be under this shoe. So back in the day, Jordan and Pimpin was the team, Penny and Shaq, which is maybe one of my favorite duos. But I say about like around the same year when Scotty turned the shoe down, Penny, he showed the creator of the Foamposite 1, showed Penny this shoe, and Penny actually liked it. Penny actually messed with this shoe. And Penny was like, you know what? And this is just my theory, but Penny maybe was like, I'll take it. I'll take it. It's not a bad model. The prototype is a huge difference from the official model. It had the Nike on the side. It is pictures on Google if you're interested in looking it up. But Penny was okay with wearing the shoe in the NBA, and I mean, Penny was that guy when he rocked this shoe. Ever since I first seen the shoe, I was in love with it. And in my opinion, I felt like it wasn't so bad of a model. And even my first pair of the Foamposites that I had when I was little, I didn't really think they was ugly at the time. I just was like in shock because I love Spider-Man at the time. So I was like, what, Mom, I gotta get these Spider-Man foams. So ever since then, my foam collection started to grow and grow even more stronger. And all the ones I had in the past were like maybe one of my favorites, but I grew out of them and my size grew. So, and yeah, man, once again, man, huge shout out to Mom for both of these pickups. She hooked me up with both of these. But I want to hear you guys' thoughts on the battle, man. Green Goblin versus Green Lantern. Which one y'all going with? I personally, for my overall thoughts, they're both nice. They're really nice. But I think the one I'm going to go with is probably, I don't know, I love these, but I'm a huge fan of the foams overall. But I mean, the Air Forces have an iconic name for themselves. They made an iconic name for themselves. The Foamposite made a huge, they came a long way. Let's just say that. The foams came a long way for people to like them. Most people didn't really like this shoe when it first came out, and some people did. For me, I'm gonna personally say the foams because I had a long story and long shoe history with the foams, and it was just the fact that they were expensive, and it was like, for me to get my very first pair of Foamposites, I actually really did enjoy rocking them, and also I did enjoy rocking the Air Forces, but I'll say I'm gonna have to give it to the foam with the win. But in the comments below, man, tell me which ones you guys going with. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more pickups. and reviews, more cooking videos. I'm gonna keep that up. And the word for today, man, I do have a motivation speech for today. The motivational message is to, keep thriving and keep, growing as, you move on. God is always with you, no matter what. If you having, your doubts, or, if you're not believing in yourself, always try to, come up, like AZ, the come up. But anyways, man, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more reviews, videos, content. I just want to give you guys this treat because, it's been a long time since I did something, for y'all. But anyways, man, Benji Angel, I'm out. Peace.